Today is July 1st, 2021, and I would like to do a channeling on how to find your one thing, your passion, that one area that you can focus on for hours and days and months and years at a time and still still see the fun and the play in it. And this ties back to the series that we're doing on how to be great and how a lot of the greats have this one thing that really defines them that they really loved and cared about. And most of us do not have that one thing. We dabble from one thing to the next thing, and then we think we found our passion, but then we go somewhere else to find some other passion. And so I want to do a channeling on that to see how we can either find what that passion is or think about things differently in a way that empowers us more. So let's get into it. We like to put a lot of emphasis around finding that one thing that we can be good at, that one thing that we can channel our energy in, that one thing that is our purpose or our passion that we're supposed to stick with. And while there are certain people who have that one thing, the majority often do not. And we see that as a bad thing because a lot of times the majority is quote unquote thought of as the mediocre. The ones who stand out are either thought of as the degenerates of society or as the pinnacle of society. But why would the majority of people, if the pinnacle is to really have that one thing that you're crazy about, passionate about, focused on, why wouldn't there be more of those kinds of people? Why would the majority be people who are focused on so many different things and hop from one thing to the next? The reason for that is because, sure, there are some people who want to be focused on one thing. That is a life expression that they chose. But for the majority of people, it's really important to understand that you weren't here to limit yourself to just one thing. You were here to experience it all, to have it all, to want it all, to get it all. Why would you limit all that you are? And all that you are is so much greater than you will ever know. Why would you limit all of that potential to just one thing or just a few things? This may not resonate with you on a mental level, but when you think about it from an energetic level, in some ways, that's crazy talk. Why would you choose to only have one thing or one passion when you can have it all? It's like being offered an entire buffet of all of your favorite foods, or an entire buffet of all the foods, and deciding, you know what, I have to pick just one thing that I'm going to eat. Out of all of this, I have to pick just one thing, and I have to eat that for the rest of my life. Because I need to be focused. I need a passion. I need something that I'm known for. I want to be the greatest salad eater of all time, or the greatest olive eater, or the greatest pizza eater. This specific kind of pizza. Cheese and spinach. That's crazy talk, right? You're at a buffet where you can have it all, but you're deciding, no, I'm going to sit here every single day for every single meal, and I'm just going to eat this one thing. It's all there, but I just want to focus on one thing. I want my one passion. It's important to realize that you didn't come here to limit yourself. Again, you are so much greater than you will ever know. You are a limitless being. Why would you channel your limitlessness into just one or two things? Now, you may understand this concept, but the question still remains, but I want to be great. I want to have something, just one thing, that I can just think about and focus on. And that way, I don't have to be overwhelmed by the rest or confused by the rest. I just want one thing, just want one plan, just tell me what I got to do. And a lot of times when we're looking for our passion or our purpose, We just want to be told what it is. Just tell me what it is. I can't figure it out. Please just give it to me. Please, Spirit, just let me know what I'm called here to do. You are called to do something. You're called to explore all that there is to offer. You're called to explore it. You're called to enjoy it. You're called to refine what you like. You're called to focus on the things you like and acknowledge the things that you don't. You're called to share what you have experienced with others so that they may experience it as well. You don't find an amazing buffet and then not tell your friends and family about it. How can you even know what your one thing is without exploring all the other things first? How can you know if you go to a buffet and you pick the first thing there and decide, this is what I'm going to do? Or you randomly pick something, you're like, this is what I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. I haven't tried the rest, but I know this is the one. How do you even begin to make that decision without trying the rest? Maybe you won't even like what it is that you picked. Maybe you're allergic to what you picked. Maybe what you picked doesn't make your stomach feel good after you eat it. You need to try everything or many things to get an idea of what the quote-unquote right thing would be. If you only tried that one thing or only focus on that one thing and it made your stomach not feel good, you might think, well, that's just how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to eat, it's supposed to make me not feel good. You wouldn't know any better that there are other options that tell you, hey, when I eat this, I feel fine. I feel great. And alternatively, if you eat something that makes you feel really great, but then you eat something that doesn't make you feel great, now you know, okay, I know what it feels to feel good, feel great after I eat, and I know that certain things will make me not feel good when I eat. Now you can refine how you go about navigating your life. The quickest path to you figuring out your one thing or your few things, if that truly is what you desire, is to experience many things, to use those experiences to help you navigate what you want from life. Your experiences from the past give you guidance on what experiences in the future you may like. If you went camping as a child and you didn't like it, maybe you would like hiking, maybe you wouldn't. But you have a sense of how the experience is going to be, what to prepare for. If you don't like bugs and you're going hiking, you can prepare for that in advance. So your experiences of the past and your reflection on what you liked and what you didn't like help you navigate the future. And why do you navigate life? Why do you navigate any time? You navigate to get to some end destination. So whether or not you know what the end destination is, your soul does. Your higher self does. They've been keeping track of all of the preferences you've made. They have a whole list. They know exactly what your end goal looks like. And as you navigate through life, the end goal may get refined a little bit as you add new preferences into your list. But it's always going to be something that pleases you. So, your past experiences help you navigate. Why do you navigate? Because there's some end destination that you're going to. What is that end destination? You might know it to some degree, you might not. But the one thing that you should always know is that you're going to be happy when you get there. Provided that you are enjoying your path there as much as possible. So the quickest way to what you really want is to experience all that you can, all that calls you, and to use your past experiences to help you navigate what new ones you want to have, or maybe what new ones you would rather not have. And if you continue on that journey, you will end up where you want to go. Because as you navigate towards the things that you want, and you continuously refine, every time you move forward with the new information, you're refining more and more to the specifics of what you are looking for. What else are you doing when you navigate in this way off of your own personal preferences that you are experiencing and deciding? You are also navigating your greatness. When you start listening to yourself and what you want to get at the buffet, what you like, what you think you like in the future, and what you don't think you like based off of what you've learned from the past, you're focusing on the self. You're focusing on you, what you love, what you want to do. This is an aspect of self-love. And through that self-love, you're going to recognize your own greatness because you are letting go of thinking about what you need to be good enough in someone else's perspective, and you're focusing on the self. What do I want? What's fun? What did I not like? What do I think I will like? And as opportunities present themselves to you, you could go on this trip here or this trip here. One's a rainforest, one's a beach. You didn't really like camping. You don't really like the rain. Probably shouldn't go to the rainforest. You remember liking the pool. Maybe the beach is for you. Okay, I'm going to go to the beach. You have many options that will show up in front of you. And using what you know of what you like and don't like, that can help you make the decision of where to go next. Then you go to the beach. You're like, oh, this is fun, but the sand here was a little too rough. So the next time you're offered to go to the beach, or you think about going to the beach, maybe you pick one with softer sand. Okay, you go to that beach. Oh, I love the sand. I love the water. I love all of it, except it's too humid here. Okay, the next time you look for a beach, you find one in a region that isn't going to be too humid. So not Florida, for example. And every time that you do that, you're getting closer and closer to what you really like, your one thing. And you're listening more to yourself and what I like. I don't care if other people recommend this beach or that beach. It's too humid there, or the gravel, it's too gravelly, the sand. I don't care what you think or what you think I should do, or what you think I should do in order to have the most fun. What I want, I already know. I've already experienced it. I'm going to listen to me because you have the experiences, because you did the self-exploration of what do I like about this experience and what do I not like, and you use that to navigate every step. Now, you're thinking, you're talking about a beach, you're talking about vacations. That's, how does that relate to my passion or my purpose? It relates. Now, this can be used as an analogy for figuring out your passion. You try a bunch of passions out, a bunch of interests out. All right, I like this and this about this one, but not this. And this one I like this and this, but not this. And this one I like this and this, but not this. Okay, so out of all these, what are the things that I liked? Out of all these, what are the things that I didn't like? Okay, next time some passions or interests come your way, you put it in the context of what you know you've liked in the past and what you know you don't like in the past. And that can help you decide, is this something that I'm going to pursue? Or maybe I need to wait for the next thing. Because if I pursue this, I'm not going to have that much fun. I already know. I have some experience. Of course, if you feel called to it on an intuitive level, go ahead and do it. Maybe there's something you got to learn, more refinement that you can get from that. But overall, if you're just like, now you know to wait. And that's going to eliminate a lot of the trial and error that you've been doing. A lot of people are looking for their passion or their purpose, and they go from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, sometimes back to the old thing. And it's because there's not as much self-exploration that's going on. There's still a lot of listening to what's out there and what people are telling them they should do, and forgetting about what they've already learned from their past experience that can guide them on their own without external influence on what they should or shouldn't do. So it's all about coming in within. The greatness is within. Self-love is within. Everything is within. Greatness and self-love within will bring about that passion or purpose that you're looking for, if that's truly what you want. So you can look to the beach example as the analogy. You can also look to it as all you need to do. It's not an analogy. If you start going to beaches and exploring your preferences and refining each time you go to a beach. Every time you go to a beach, you're going to enjoy your experience so much more. When you enjoy your experience so much more and you listen to yourself, which is an act of self-love, which is an act of understanding and appreciating your greatness, because the greats listen to themselves. The greats know themselves. That's what makes them great. A lot of times they don't care about their others' opinions. Now, when they become in the public eye, the public opinion starts becoming a factor for them. But leading up to their greatness, they didn't care. They just cared about what they loved. So, if you don't know what your passion or purpose is, but you love to go to beaches, go to beaches. Refine what you like and don't like. Go to better beaches based off of your criteria. When you do that, when you act in self-love, do things that you enjoy, and honor your greatness in this way. Again, you are, like we talked about in the previous recording, you are embodying greatness. You are embodying self-love. And that will start to radiate. And you will notice that on these beach trips, you'll meet someone who maybe is an important connection, who then leads you to your passion. Or you'll meet someone who gives you an idea. Or you'll come across a flyer in a touristy shop or something that gives you an idea or leads you down the right path. And that happens because you are of the vibration of self-love. And the vibration of self-love is the vibration of greatness. And you are in the vibration of having fun because you keep going to beaches that you like more and more. And all of those vibrations are going to attract other things that match that vibration. If you're going to beaches that you love and honoring yourself in that way, you're going to attract other things that you love to do, ideas that you love thinking about, people that you love being with. It's all going to be of that same level of living, that same vibrational level, that same vibrational plane. So it doesn't matter where you start. We use the example of a buffet at a restaurant, but it's so much more than that. A buffet at a restaurant is just food. The buffet of life is everything, and it all interconnects. So, to find your purpose or your passion, you first must understand that you didn't come here simply to channel all of your limitless potential into one thing. You came here to experience it all and have it all. You don't have to pick just one thing. When you understand that, it can put you a little bit at ease. It can give you a greater perspective. It can help you appreciate your life and the fact that you don't always know what you want to do yet. And that's okay, because you came here to experience it all and have it all. And then it's important to explore in your past. What have you liked in the past? What didn't you like in the past? And use that information to help you decide how you're going to navigate your future. And when you navigate your future, it's going to get you to your end destination. And what you navigate on can be anything. If right now you are thinking about your passion, then reflect on your past passions, your past interests, the pros and cons. If you don't know what to focus on, then think about what opportunities are presenting themselves in your life right now. Or maybe what issues are you having in your life right now? Maybe you have a few new jobs that people are reaching out to you about. Okay, so then start reflecting on jobs. What have you liked in the past? What didn't you like in the past? How do these new jobs fit into that? If you currently are working somewhere and you're not enjoying it, even if there are no opportunities out there, start reflecting. What do I enjoy? What do I not enjoy? What would I like to see in my next job? Just get information on yourself to navigate. And again, it can be anything. It can be vacation. Summer's coming up. Summer's here. Maybe you have some different vacation options that you're choosing between. Reflect on past vacations. and use that to help you figure out your next vacation. Knowing the whole time that it doesn't matter that you're reflecting on vacations, that it will still lead you and navigate you to your purpose. Don't see things as single tracks. The universe doesn't work that way. Don't see a beach as there's a beach buffet, and if I pick the beach at the beach buffet, or I pick a bunch of beaches at the beach buffet, it means that I'm only going to be getting beaches. It doesn't mean that I'll get my passion, or I'll get my career, or I'll get my business. You will, because the universe, our experience, isn't siloed into buffets of specific things. It's all connected, so don't limit yourself. Anything that you want to think about or are excited about, or are trying to make a decision on, refine, reflect. It will all lead you where you want to go. You will be happy at the end if you follow this process. If you follow this process of, I liked this in the past, but I didn't like this, and so I'm going to go do this because it has more of what I like in it, you're always chasing your happiness, so where do you think you're going to end up? In a happy place. Doesn't matter what you pick to focus on. If you pick something that's going to make you happier, all the things that will make you happy in your life you will attract, because you will be embodying happiness, self-love, and greatness. So this is the way to your greatness. This is the way to navigating all the confusing things that have happened in your past, the confusing passions and why they did or didn't work out, or why you did or didn't lose interest in them. This is the way to refining to the end goal that you're looking for. But please always keep in mind that it doesn't have to be one end goal. You can have many passions, many things that you want to do in this lifetime. One lifetime doesn't mean one thing you must achieve. It means you get to achieve as many of them as you want. So be even greater than the greats who are focused on the one or two things. Be even greater than that. Why set your bar at that level? Why not exceed them? Bars are set so that we can exceed them. Most greats are focused on one or a few things. Why don't you try to be great at all of it?